Ba weep grana weep ninny bong, and welcome back to my channel, and today we'll be checking out what's inside a YOLOPARK figure. Also, Jizzia toys are turning heeds into animals. The best looking Unicron ever has emerged on Show Z, and also Ocular Maxx doing the Lord's work. All this and much more coming up in the next few minutes.
And now the news. Don't touch
Kicking
that
off today then with an update on the Blizzard Activision deal. Yes, it's finally gone through. I've actually made a whole video on this if you want to learn a little bit more. So you can go check that out. I'll put the link in the description and should appear somewhere on the screen right now if you want to go check that out. But what's great for you and I as Transformer fans is, fingers crossed, some wonderful Transformers games come to Game Pass super soon. We already know Hasbro's up for it. It's just really whether or not Activision and now Microsoft really want to get that involved. Keeping things game related are GG Studios. The home of the Yakuza series, or Like a Dragon, has been in Brazil and has been at the games convention in Brazil holding a bit of a cosplay event. And shout out to all these people because they're great, but this one is the winner for me. A bit of a Majima construction one on the go. Absolutely fantastic. This guy has done an amazing job when it comes to the cosplay on Majima. Stood outside with the hat on, ready to go. Amazing. Majima, I don't know the rest of the words. Kicking off the Guyver section then with Popskis. Popskis are doing stuff every single month. So right now they're working on some Hyper Zornoids here that look incredible. And can someone help me out with this? Hyper Papzoid or Hyper Zornoid? I don't remember this Hyper Zornoid at all from any of the Guyvers that I've seen. So if someone could help me out down in the comments and let me know what Hyper Zornoid this is, let me know, because they do also create their own little things here as well. But awesome looking 3D printed models. What's awesome, don't get fooled by the way these things don't actually move. You have to print off different versions and then you can paint them all up yourself. I guess you could try and articulate these if you printed them off in the right way. That would be interesting if somebody did that. So there's a lot of different Hyper Zornoids, and this one just looks incredible as well. And then there is also some awesome looking Guyvers. So this is kind of a take on Guyver 3 because of all the spikes, but the mouthpiece doesn't seem to be quite in the right place there. Then there's your typical Guyver, the version that is usually worn by Show. And then finally we get another Zornoid here. Absolutely fantastic. Really love these figures. I'm going to keep showing you these because they're just awe-inspiring, and anytime I get to speak about Guyver on this channel, I'm a happy boy. A bit of fun I found on the internet this week as well is this t-shirt. I actually think, unironically, this is one of the best t-shirts I have ever seen in my life. DNA Design are telling us they have heard the cries and the requests from the fandom, and they've made some refinements to the new shoulder accessories and height adjustment for this take on Prime. So you can see the before and the after. It's always good when companies listen to the fandom, and then we all kind of get what we want. So we can see this adds a little bit of height here, not too much height, but a little bit of height, and I think all in all this does look like a lot better. But for me, it's quite an expensive kit to go in on just for that slight little height. But if you really love this version of Prime, then I guess you can go all in on it. Why not? Lek, the best cell shader in the business, is still working on his take on Blaster, and we can see the images of this one now, and it's just looking, again, incredible. Just looks like it's come straight out of Transformers the movie. Love what he's been able to do here, even doing up the other heat as well for this one. Everything he does to me just looks like there's no way that could still transform, or there's no way that that figure can actually look like that. It's incredible. Absolutely love this guy. Pangu Toys are going to be releasing a new figure and a new product, and this is going to be Loki. Nicely timed in time for season 2 of Loki, I guess, but no idea what figure this will be. Let me know down in the comments what you think it'll be. Iron Factory are currently working on their Samurai series of Transformers, so it's kind of samurai inspired bots, and I have to say, this is the least samurai-inspired looking figure I've seen from them in a while. Usually they go all out and there's some real differences. But this one is, yeah, I would just say it's an Iron Factory sideswipe because they have their own, before the samurai stuff, they had their own kind of way of doing things. I guess the only way that this is kind of samurai-inspired is he's got some spikes, he's got some swords, some little knives, but yeah. Probably the least samurai-inspired one as far as I'm concerned. Have you ever wondered what it would be like if your headmasters could be crossed with Beast Wars and their heats turned into wee little beasties? Well, the good thing is, Jizzia Toys kind of had that thought as well, and for Hardhead, they were thinking, what if his heat turned into a Toidle? And so, you can now transform his heat into a Toidle. And it actually looks like one of those, not foot soldiers, was it rock soldiers from Toidles, from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? You remember the rock soldiers? His heat definitely looks like one of those rock soldiers, right? Am I calling them even the right thing? Remind me. One that probably makes a little bit more sense. I believe this is supposed to be Cancer and turns into a crab. Makes sense. No, it's not a Juggalo. It's not a Juggalette. It's a Juggamorph. Alright. Okay, this is something my brother sent me the other day. I have no idea where he found this or where he saw this, but I thought I'd share this with everybody because it's super funny. This is Juggamorph. Brilliant. What is a Juggamorph? Studio Cell 1, the people who are currently going to be making that awesome looking Primus, also make, in my opinion, the best Unicron on the market. Yeah, this thing is not the size of the Hasbro one, but when I think of what a Unicron figure should look like, this is what a Unicron figure should look like. And this is probably the most beautiful looking version that I've seen. I don't know if this is supposed to be like a shattered glass take on it, I'm not sure, but that purple, that grey, black, orange, that translucent stuff on it, oh my god, I love this. This is the best looking Unicron I think I've ever seen. This may have to just enter my collection as soon as possible because, oh my god, it's gorgeous. Let me know your thoughts on this one down in the comments, and also, is this referencing something or have they just made this up themselves? Because I love it. X-Transbots is getting ready to release their double dealer or James Bond type of thing that they said they're Bond James, sorry, not James Bond, they're Bond James that they're releasing. So they're shipping to a few people at the moment, and we can see a lot of people are receiving this, and I have seen a few people saying, uh-oh, it's broke, uh-oh, SpaghettiOs, I broke it. Now they are saying it's kind of their fault, which is nice for them to put, but they also mentioned that it's a little bit of an overcomplication for something that, you know, looks okay, but the transformation on it is overly complicated. Reminiscence of their take on Cup, right? Let me know your experience with this one down in the comments. Have you picked this figure up? Is yours broken? Was it a good transformation? Let me know, because I don't think I've even seen any reviews on this one just yet. So let me know, because I'm keen to know what happens in the world of X-Transbots, because I never really pick them up anymore after a couple of bad experiences with them. At the beginning of the year, I said the version of the Protector bots that I was going in on, because again, XTB were releasing their version as well, I was going with Ocular Maxx. I thought that they had the best looking combined version together. When we saw that little bit of a prototype or the CAD drawings for it, I thought they had the best looking one, so I'm going with that. And I have to say, so far they have done me no wrong. I feel very, very happy and confident with the version of the Protector bots I've gone with. Every bot that comes out seems to be better and better and better, and this, I actually think this is my favorite of all of them. So Hotspot here looking incredible. Yes, this is the painted prototype, so especially with this alt mode here, really looking forward to seeing what that looks like when it's completely done up, because just like this, it does look pretty good. I love the height of this dude as well. Looks like he's going to be bigger than an MP44. Really cool. Everything that they're doing with this so far has me very excited and lets me know I made the right decision. Now we move over to the world of Super 7 with their new and improved 7 points of articulation. So this is their translucent looking prime with its whole 7 points of articulation. Remember? Gotta have those 7 points. So when we get a little bit of a close-up, the box does look pretty cool, and then also we can see that there's going to be a special thing at the front that just kind of removes, and you can remove it like that. That is active. That is so active, my friends. Probably also his fists may jump off because they're based on some old Japanese toy, and that's why they only have limited articulation and stuff like that. The translucent stuff is kind of nice, kind of interesting, and they are upping their game, giving it 7 points of articulation. But for me, for the price point, I'd rather get something that actually transforms. If you want something that doesn't transform and has a little bit more articulation, then you could always go with a YOLOPARK. And they've given us a little look inside their figure to show us how they reach that 74 points of articulation. They have a little armature type thing inside there, which is super cool. So if you want to commemorate the whole 1 to 2 minutes that we saw this version of Optimus Primal on the big screen, you can get this. Just beware though, these ones with the huge amount of articulation are at a much higher price point than some of the others. But if you're a massive Optimus Primal fan, and I honestly think this is the best looking Optimus Primal in both modes that we've ever seen, why not? If you love him, show him some love. Keeping things kind of Rise of the Beasts focus, remember this version of Megatron? Yeah, the version of Megatron that we never saw in the movie. Well, we've had some leaked images of what could be a Studio Series version of this Megatron. So starting off looking at his blue head, and then it moves over then to the chest and the arms and everything else. Interesting. Very interesting if Hasbro do, or Takara, whoever decides to actually release this figure, considering we didn't see him on screen and we can see a pretty cool alt mode there. So it'd be nice if this thing actually transforms as well. Could be a new version of Megatron. Nice. Still not quite as nice, or at all as nice as the monocrat version, but yeah, I'd just pick up the monocrat version if you want a good version of that. Then there is the 40th anniversary of Transformers, and we've already seen a lot of pictures of Blaster, but we now see some more pictures of the version of Soundwave, where the blue is gorgeous on this, plus the classic packaging, and they've also updated a lot on the tapes as well, so that's nice to have. Hopefully more stuff will come. And we started today's issue with computer games, and we're going to end with computer games because Earthspark is getting a game, and we got a trailer for it that looks a little bit like this. So you kind of go through what looks like a bit of an empty, sparse world doing a few different things in this game. I don't plan on picking this one up, in all honesty. My heart is no longer with buying these Transformer games, especially from the company that they are currently in. I think this one is definitely made more for kids. I think I'll just keep to playing Transformers Devastation in my shorts. So that's everything from me on this Transformers Sunday. So that was a bit of a news roundup. If you're new around here, please think about giving me a like, a share, and a subscribe. And if not, you can catch me in my shorts playing Transformers Devastation and doing a few other things. I'll see you at some point this week with another news update, because I'm not going anywhere, I think, this week, which is nice. Peace!